Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Reaction Therapy. I am Tom Stevens, your resident psychotherapist, here to break down the lyrics to some awesome music. I am suited up with my coat. It is NF Day. We are continuing the NF journey, so that's why this smile's on my face. I cannot wait to get into the lyrics of this song. I want to see what all these lyrics mean. The interesting thing about today's song reaction, though, is it's by looks like Futuristic, and I think it must be called Epiphany featuring NF. So NF's a feature in this song, and I guess Futuristic and NF are the two rappers that are in it. I'm going to find out. You already know, but you can fill me in on the gaps that I miss. Give me your insight, feedback. Thank you, NF fans, for being so loyal and for being so supportive of Reaction Therapy. And thank you to all of the Reaction Therapy fans, all over 50,000 of you at this point, which has been phenomenal. So without further ado, let's get into Futuristic Epiphany featuring NF. Man.
I had an epiphany, I was repeating history. I was doing everything I hated, a weight on my shoulders, I let it all get to me.
So this is Futuristic then. This is definitely not NF singing, but there's NF in the video. So this is a combo thing. I am really digging this because I don't know what's about to happen, but obviously talking about the pressures in life and letting everything get to him. So I'm going to go back because now my brain is set on what this video is.
I had an epiphany, I was repeating history. I was doing everything I hated, a weight on my shoulders, I let it all get to me. I had an epiphany.
By the way, I stop again, but that was really cool. I didn't realize it was him getting out of bed and then in the closet, and then out comes NF. Sweet.
I just smile at my enemies. I was listening to everybody who was talking but never did shit for me. Yeah, I had an epiphany.
This is just perfect. I am loving this. It's both of them going back and forth. And the whole concept of like, I had an epiphany. I was realizing that I'm doing the same stuff I used to do, or I'm messed up in the same business that got me into trouble before, or I'm listening to the same people that used to give me bad advice or not be looking out for me. And wow, it's kind of like you get caught in this cycle of like, I kind of am stuck here, and I think I'm getting the wrong advice, or I'm following the wrong people, or I'm making the wrong decisions. And it's like epiphany is, this wake up call to this. I kind of just, it's a light bulb that goes off in your head. It's like, man, I got it. The question is what you do about it. But how many of us have had epiphanies right in our life where, yeah, I realized something about this. I learned something here. I'm aware of something. Something just really clicked and made sense to me, and this is it.
Who was talking but never did shit for me. Yeah, I had an epiphany. I was looking at everybody else that's up in the industry. They ain't as sick as me. I had an epiphany. I was seeing somebody that never had no good intentions for me. Now she missing me. Yeah. Moral of the story is nobody did it for me, had to make a change. I was living in the city with no scene, I had a dream, I had to make a lane. Always knew that I couldn't live off a minimum wage, dripping the pay stuff. I had a minimal taste for all the fame stuff, but I got into the game without a cent to my name, and now I'm balling like I'm in the NBA, bruh.
This is so good. Now, I don't know Futuristic, but now I want to know Futuristic, because this whole idea of waking up, they're getting their day ready, they're cooking their meal for themselves, and not having a cent to his name. And now he's balling like he's in the NBA, like he has got it now. I've come from here and gone to here, and I am in this for real. And that whole, he talks so much about the idea of, where I've come from to where I am now. And I think a lot of this has to do with hard work, dedication, commitment, and also taking good advice, not being selfish, not doing it for the wrong reasons. So many great lyrics in this.
For all the fame stuff, but I got into the game without a cent to my name, and now I'm balling like I'm in the NBA, bruh. And I know I got a lot, but I'm not content. If they ask me to stop, I will not consent. Never let nobody block, it's my shot to miss. You can meet me at the top if you hop the fence. And you climb.
I love it when he says, it's my shot to miss. Nobody's gonna block me. It's my shot to miss, meaning I'm not gonna let anybody block me in basketball. I'm gonna get the shot. And it's up to me whether I make it. It's not going to be because somebody blocked my shot. It's not going to be, if I miss, it's on me kind of thing. And I got
not consent. Never let nobody block. It's my shot to miss. You can meet me at the top if you hop the fence.
Yeah.
And you climb the stairs and you fight the beast. And you lose your way. Then you find your peace. And you do it sober. Then you find a drink. Then you spiral down and it all repeats.
Oh, here we go into the addiction piece, which is really good because it's like you work hard, you climb the ladder, you climb up the stairs, you fight the beast, and then comes the drink. And then you fall. Oh, let's hear this again because this is well put together.
Then you find your peace and you do it sober. Then you find a drink. Then you spiral down and it all repeats.
Yep, you do it sober, you do it right, you find the drink, and then you fall apart, and it is all repeating. It goes right back down, you fall right back down. So that whole idea of staying sober, and sober-minded a lot of times too, of staying clear on why you're doing things. But that idea, if you're not sober, if you find the drink, so to speak, which could be anything that would be an addiction or anything that would be a distraction that's not healthy, brings us right back down again. Whoa.
Then you find your peace and you do it sober. Then you find a drink. Then you spiral down and it all repeats. And I always had a vision I could get it, so I did it by my lonely. I don't owe nobody nothing, never let nobody own me. Got some money from the music and I spend it on the homies, but don't put nothing before me. Gave a whip to Lil Brody and I'm only getting started. And I'm meeting with the people that I starved with. And my batteries, I had to recharge them. I made an album, but that shit was garbage. Yo, I was trapped in a gimmick. I finally get it. I'm here to make music that matters. If I die, it'll all be alright, cause the message I gave you will live for me after. In my chapter will highlight.
Man, the whole purpose of why they're doing this to begin with. I made an album and it was garbage, like no good. Of course, NF's going out to the garbage, right? And just knowing that they keep working, it's never good enough. They try to be better. They try to produce more and do it for the right reasons. And, this is just a grind. Like, this is just a hard work it takes to be successful.
If I die, it'll all be alright, cause the message I gave you will live for me after. In my chapter will highlight a lifetime of energy gave through a bright mind. How you never had to stand on the sideline. How you the guide to your own guidelines. That's an epiphany. I had an epiphany, yeah. That's an epiphany. I had an epiphany, yeah. I had an epiphany.
Oh, here we go. Here comes NF. He is entering the picture. This is so crazy to me how he's coming in featured in this song, bringing in up the rear of this, bringing it strong, and just hearing that voice of his makes me smile. Just love hearing NF. Here we go, y'all. Get ready. It's NF.
I had an epiphany, yeah.
By the way, before we get into NF, Futuristic's amazing. Like, I want to hear some more of his because I had not heard him before. And the way he put all that out there, super clean, super crisp, super accurate, and all real.
I had an epiphany that I could make history, that I could prove everyone wrong that told me I wasn't cut out for this music thing. Yeah, I had an epiphany. What if I took my energy and use it on positive things in my life instead of the people that lie to me, huh? Yeah.
Please hear this, like from both of these guys, but especially right there with NF. If I take my energy and put it into something positive and something that's worthwhile instead of people that lie to me, like the number of people, y'all, that come into my office and talk about their lives and their life not going good, whether it's a marriage, whether it's work, whether it's friendship, whether it's a hobby, whether it's your own feelings, whether it's family, on and on and on. So much of the time, people are around toxic people in toxic situations, creating toxic patterns. And this is for you to be able to hear that it is not going to get better in life unless the choices we make help us get to a better place. And I think that's what he's saying here. I had to wake up and realize I have to hang around the people that are actually good for me, even if that means 0 people right now. And I need to change my group and take time to find new people, or different hobbies or different activities. But sometimes we're so stressed out, anxious, beat down, just depressed, miserable, that we just find the easy way out. So it really does take reevaluating your life and finding out, what am I doing? Just write it down. That's actually toxic for me. What am I doing that makes me toxic? Whether it's what I'm drinking, what I'm eating, how much activity or lack of activity I have, the people I'm around, the work that I'm doing, the amount of work I'm doing, the little sleep I'm getting, blah, blah, blah. All of that. Pay attention to that.
and use it on positive things in my life instead of the people that lie to me, huh? Yeah, I had an epiphany that I could put all of my hurt into music and use it for people that might feel the same as me. Yeah,
same.
I had an epiphany. What if everyone knew my depression was worse than they thought? They probably gonna look at me differently.
Facts, right there. This would take 30 minutes to do this reaction if I keep going this way. Because if everybody looked at me and knew what was really going on inside me, if this depression's bad, and you'd look at me differently, and it's true, we're all going around with anxiety, stress, depression, sadness, frustration, indifference, and a lot of people don't see it. But what would that change?
What if everyone knew my depression was worse than they thought? They probably gonna look at me differently. Yo, this song got me going back when I was a stupid kid, thinking maybe I can make it in the music biz, and then I figured out the politics and realized that half of y'all don't even know what music is. Ain't going nowhere, I told them to get used to me. Feels like I'm living in a movie scene, a bunch of people trying to tell me how to act and breathe. One thing I never let nobody ever do is tell me who to be. I never got into the party scene, maybe I was just scared to drink, cause addiction, it runs in my family, that's someone I was scared to be. Y'all looking pitiful compared to me since...
Man, he's going right into it. I feel like both of these guys are pretty similar with what they've been through or what their purpose is in life. And it's like, man, for him, for NF, this party scene is not for me. I've seen enough drug use. I've seen enough addiction. I've seen enough tragedy when it comes to using and acting out that I don't want any part of that. In fact, you might think it feels good and you look good, but it looks crazy to me. And he wants to stay away from it. And they notice that. In other words, I'm going to avoid that. But he's taken all his feelings out on the lyrics. So when people say, man, so angry, so sad, so depressing, well, yes, because he's actually showing you his journal. He's showing you his diary, so to speak, of his life. And if you look at anybody's diary, if they're really honest when they're little, it has all their feelings in it. And so it's not going to be sweet and uplifting and charming in a Hallmark movie. It's going to be miserable. That's the real story.
Scared to drink, cause addiction, it runs in my family, that's someone I was scared to be. Y'all looking pitiful compared to me since I can barely read. All I wanted was somebody I could trust that I knew would keep it real with me. Rap's always been a mirror for me. That's when I figured out that maybe I'm the one that's gotta make it on my own. Yeah, it's clear to see.
Man, to see him walk in here, I thought he was walking into an apartment or something. He's walking into this dang studio with the mic, and he is about to let something loose. I gotta see this. And I love how they're actually singing or rapping some of these words in the video.
Rap's always been a mirror for me. That's when I figured out that maybe I'm the one that's gotta make it on my own. Yeah, it's clear to see. A lot of people thinking what I'm doing is a gimmick. Everything you hear me writing, I've been living. I ain't quitting, sending money to my family, trying to show them that I miss them and I cherish every moment when I'm home, when I'm with them. And it's just the way that I feel. In the industry of fakes, trying to stay real. In the industry of lames, trying to get deals.
In the industry of fakes, I'm trying to stay real. I mean, he's trying to get deals with a bunch of phony people, a bunch of lame people. And he is giving, and when he's home, I heard that part too. When he's home, he wants to be with his family. That's how I feel with my family. I want to be with them. And that's why when Nick and I started doing this channel, you know, it was a chance for us to do something together. So we're doing something together, not me holed up in a room, you know, just doing this away from everybody, because we like to do things together. And when he's with his family, he wants to be his family and have a break and have some time, which is really good and what everybody should do. And if it's not family, close friends. A group that you're with, a team that you're with, an activity that you do, something, but trying to be as real as you can be and have as healthy outlets as you can.
And it's just the way that I feel. In the industry of fakes, trying to stay real. In the industry of lames, trying to get deals. Lord knows I'm gonna get it, that's Meek Mill. Yeah, I lay in my bed and I think there's gotta be more to me. I'm trying to pay off the mortgage and for the life of the people I love in the midst of it. I've always thought that if I learn from mistakes that I make, even losses are victories. That's when it starts hitting.
Even losses are victories. And they're both rapping NF's lyrics here, which is so sweet. Even losses are victories. Can y'all hear this? Like, there is no success without failure. And when you have a loss, when you have something that brings you down, it's an opportunity, it's a chance. It's not a good thing that happened, but it's a chance to learn from it and realize how you can grow from it and choices and decisions you can make that are different that help it next time.
I've always thought that if I learn from mistakes that I make, even losses are victories. That's when it starts hitting me. If you set your mind to it, you can do anything. That's an epiphany.
Yep. Wow.
That's an epiphany. Yeah. I had an epiphany. I had an epiphany, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's got me fired up, man. This was so sweet to see the collaboration between these two. And I am in love with this NF journey. To hear this song, Epiphany, and if you could walk around with this word in your head for just one day and say, what is it I need to get an epiphany on that I don't have? What wake-up call do I need to get? Whether it's about my life, whether it's about relationships, whether it's about behavior patterns, whether it's about my financial security, whether it's about being honest and being real, whether it's about choices I'm making that are bringing me down the wrong path. Where do I need an epiphany? That will really wake you up a lot of times to, I need to figure out another way to do it. Sometimes you're not sure where to go, what to do, what choices to make. And other times you do know, but you just kind of don't want to do that because it's the hard way. It's like going on a diet or something, right? And you have a birthday party and there's cake and everything and you want to eat the cake, but you're on a diet, you can't eat the cake. And it's a struggle to make a choice to say, I'm just not going to do it because I'm on this diet. A lot of people are like, forget it, man. I want to do that. I want to have the cake. The reality here is they are saying they had an epiphany that what they're doing this for is not for the fame, not for the fortune. It's because it's in their body. It's in their soul. They need to get this out and they need to be with the right people, do it for the right reasons and set the right example. And that's what I love about this with NF. Futuristic, amazing, awesome stuff. Thank you to everybody who's been supporting and liking and following Reaction Therapy. It's been an amazing journey, and thank you again for passing it on to your friends. So once again, just an amazing time watching NF and continuing this journey. So I can't wait for the next one, and I really can't wait to see you on the next Reaction Therapy.